Grace not only should change the way we view sex, it should change the way we view everything. But I think the problem when it comes to this whole concept of grace in the Christian life is I think for too long we have confined God's work of grace to justification, to the work of salvation. Well, God's grace is just the center stage in sanctification, as it is in justification. Jesus continually deals with us in a gracious way. The difference between justification, this is something that happens to us, but sanctification is something that happens through us. That sanctification is we start to emulate as Christ becomes more of our life. So grace is an outwardly focused love. Grace is consistently giving people something they desperately need, but don't necessarily deserve. And here's sex, the human need of it and all that other stuff. Well, this is something where God says, now I've confined this to marriage because it's safe there. And I wanted to bless you.
And there's probably no greater arena that we need grace in than in our marriages, because as much as we love one another, I mean, we're just not always happy with each other.
No.
And especially in this area of sex, grace comes along and gives everybody a little bit of a break and grace.
Grace changes that, because grace is changing our whole outlook on everything. And on this especially. Can I show you? Can I use a prop here? Okay, I'm always desperate to try and I'm always desperate to try and illustrate a point. And on this regarding how grace changes everything. These two symbols here kind of represent the two major features that are involved in full, honorable sex. Okay? Obviously, there's a heart connection. This is where the emotions and everything's together. And I don't know, you got to have a symbol or something for the hip connection, but let's call this party central, okay? This is where the bodies are coming together. Okay, now, it's not uncommon for one person in the marriage photo to be more interested in this emotional connection, and another one to be more interested in this physical connection. Now, let's say, for the sake of our argument, and I think it typically falls this way, but there are exceptions, let's say the wife is the one that's most interested in this emotional connection. And the husband's really interested in this. Okay, now I'm going to say this as kindly and respectfully as I can. If you're a lady listening to this, your wife, okay, wife, if you want your husband to be more interested in this,
the emotional connection,
you need to be more interested in this. Husband, if you want your wife to be more interested in this, you need to be more interested in this. Now, what would be required to make that happen? God's grace working through us, because God's grace is outwardly focused. It desires the best of the other person. So, and that's why I think this thing works best when it works like this, that one is always cradled in the other, and that we are recognizing that this is more than just a physical act. This is emotional, spiritual, intellectual, everything.